All right, there we go. We are live. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my fellow comic book collectors. My name is Chris. This is my channel, We Love Comics, and a video I did about a week ago talking about a Holy Grail comic, a comic I've never owned before, that was supposed to be here last Saturday, not this Saturday. Ended up getting majorly delayed, and I got it today. It was stuck in, I think, St. Pete or St. Petersburg in Florida for about a week. And I was really hoping it would arrive okay, and when I got the box, to no surprise, the box is all crushed up. So I'm hoping that the inside didn't get damaged, because I don't care if the outside gets damaged, as long as the comic's okay. But I'm going to unbox this live, so we'll find out together. So fingers crossed. I mean, this is a book I've wanted for a long time. Quick little announcement while I'm waiting for people to come in, and welcome to those who are already here. Jeremy, Michael, Horror Breakdown, Jake, Paul, Comic Addiction, always good to see you. Join the live chat if you want to be a part of this, because I do a surprise subscriber shout at the end. Midwest Comic Man is here, so come into the live chat. Even if you're not subscribed, get into the conversation. But there is, again, on eBay, and I'm sure it's invitation only, which eBay loves to do for some reason, instead of giving it to everybody, that there is 10% cash back with a $25 or more purchase on eBay on anything, and 8% cash back if you spend less than $25. I am going to post right now the link to my website where I'm selling some comics. This will not be one of them. And also the second link is to the cashback program. If you haven't signed up, click on it. It's free to do. If you spend $25 or more within the first 90 days, you get an additional $10 cash back. So that would work perfect with the 10% eBay bucks today. Again, that's only for invited people, unfortunately. So if you don't see it on your dashboard on eBay, that means eBay didn't do it. And of course, they do this right after I made this purchase. So if you could share that link and everything, it'd be great. So enough people are here. Let me put on the camera. Q-Ball is here. Welcome. He says hello. Paul is here. Let me put on the video camera. So let me show the outside of the box. You know, I love when they write "do not crush," and that's exactly what happens. So this is how it was presented. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the inside is damaged, and this is why I always tell people, make sure you message any seller on eBay, Amazon, wherever you buy stuff. Don't assume they know or care how to package comics. Tell them you want it in a box, because if this person would have put this in an envelope, I'm sure this comic would be destroyed. So even though you can see, and in one spot, where is it? It's kind of ripped open. Putting it in a box could have saved this comic. But the good thing is, even if it's destroyed, which would suck, eBay has great buyer protection programs, so I'd get my money back, but I really don't want to do that. I want this book. So we're going to find out live, so there's no manipulation of the video, no cuts, no trying to hide anything. Alright, so they didn't put it in a bag and board, and what I fear, it's a little bowed. So if they would have put more protection in here, that would have possibly prevented this, but let's see what happens. So, I mean, it doesn't look destroyed or anything. So they did, I mean, bubble wrap I never understood. You know, bubble wrap doesn't protect anything unless it's fragile. So, I mean, you know, the person tried. And I don't blame the seller, but here, there's a little bit of a bend that goes all the way across. So let's see, and you can see even better right there. So let's see, if anything, I'll either get a partial refund or I'll get my money back if it's destroyed. So I mean, in that sense, I'm not worried, but still, you know, when you buy a comic, you buy it because you love it and you wanted it. Alright, so let me remove the tape. So it did bend but not any color breaking creases. But it's still not the way I ordered it, which is a little disappointing. But I would, you know, with a bend, at the very least, a pressing will help that. Alright, so the backboard wasn't destroyed or anything. So yeah, a little bit of a bending. So I see if you could see that. I'm not trying to bend it myself. So it did bend a little bit. There is actually one little minor color breaking crease, but there's a lot of color breaking creases on this. It is a lower grade, but you know, why add more? All right, so here we go. This is a Silver Age first appearance. I've never owned this book. I've wanted this book. I made a deal with this person. They didn't even have a best offer, so I contacted them about it. I didn't save major amounts, but hey, every little bit helps. So here is the first time I am owning this very rare book. So we got Tales to Astonish, issue number 13. First appearance of Groot, who is basically pretty evil. He's a bad guy in this, so he's definitely not the Groot you see in Guardians of the Galaxy. But this is his first appearance. This is a very rare book, and this is probably in about a 3.0 grade. And the worst part about it is there's a piece missing here, and that affects the first page only. It doesn't go further than that. There are some color breaking creases. And overall, as you can see, this presents really well. Now this book in about a 3.0 is roughly about a $1,600, $1,700 comic. Now of course that's graded, which I will be getting this graded. They had it for $1,150 plus $12.68 for shipping. I contacted them. We went back and forth a little bit, and with shipping and handling, I was able to bring it down to $1,000. So this was my Christmas present for me. That is a good price for this book in this grade. So very happy with this book. This is a very rare book. It's something I've never owned before. If you ever find this book, I mean, it's going to be expensive, but you never know. If you look at a yard sale, if you go to antique shops, if you know, check out other places, you never know. You might find a steal, but this is a Tales to Astonish issue number 13, first appearance of Groot. So luckily the box was destroyed, but the comic was not. There's a little bend in it, but not anything that cannot be pressed out. So I'm going to do something about that, contact the seller, what they have to say. Again, I don't blame the seller, but, you know, if they would have put more cardboard in there instead of that thin little bit, could have protected it even more. So it did buckle a little bit, but not major, and it did, right where the bend is, there is one color breaking crease from it. I don't know if you could see right along here. There's a little bit of a line. It might be hard to pick up because it's not color breaking, but that still damages the book a little bit. So, I mean, if the person gave me a $50 or $100, you know, refund, that's fine. If not, I don't care, because it survived more than the box. So please, make sure you contact your sellers. Make sure you tell them how you want books shipped. So this is probably the best book I bought this year, and I've gotten some really good comics. I didn't get a major deal on it, but I definitely paid under what the current value of this book is. And that's why I tell people, don't be afraid to wait for deals or ask for deals. Because like I said, they had this for $1,150 plus $12.68 shipping. They didn't even have a best offer. I contacted them. Now, I didn't get like the super deals that I usually get, but if you're still paying less and you made that happen, it's always a good feeling. So definitely, if you could pick up this book, that is a great book to have. First appearance of Groot. So let me know what you think about it. This will definitely be a book that I will be sending in next month to get graded. I will be doing a top 50 books of 2019. It'd probably be longer than that because I got a lot of good books. This was a good year considering the situations of everything going on. But it shows if you work hard, if you don't give up, if you're patient, if you have fun with things, things will always work out. So please be very positive. Don't give up. Even from mistakes and failures, you can learn something from it. And if anything, you can learn not to do that thing again. So that is the book. Let me do today's surprise subscriber shout out. There is a more affordable, like Michael P. said, a more affordable alternative is the reprint, which is Where Monsters Dwell #6. Obviously, it's not going to be as valuable as this book because it's not his first appearance, but if you wanted just to read it, that would be a great alternative. So thank you, Michael, for pointing that out. So let me do today's surprise subscriber shout out, and if you want one, hit subscribe, but you don't have to, but we would love it if you did. We are going to do today's surprise subscriber shout out will be Shadow Equinox 1982. I was a grand total of 11 years old in that year, so give the shout out a shout out. Hit the like button if you like these kind of videos. Let me know any kind of experiences you've had with people that you've had mail you books. Share your horror stories. But like I said, make sure you contact the seller. Don't assume, even if they have 1,000 ratings and they're at 100% rating, does not mean that your particular time they will care or it's done right. So the seller did a pretty decent job. They did put it in a box. They could have done a better job with the internal protection, but overall, minor problems with this book, and it came much better than the box did. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas. I'll try and do a video before Christmas, or I might even make one on Christmas, because, you know, being here with no family, it's probably going to be just me and the wife for Christmas, so I might have some extra time. So stay tuned for that if you want to check it out. And don't forget, it is not you, it is not I, it's We Love Comics. And Paul said, did you pay tax for that in Florida? No, there was no tax on this book. I think if it would have been, I think the way the tax works on eBay is if you buy something in a state that you live in, you get charged the tax. So this came outside of Florida, so there was no tax involved, so it was $1,000 even, and that included the shipping and handling. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day. Be safe, and I will see you next video. Have a good day, everybody.